All right, y'all. People will use you. People are going to use you. Being on retention, bro, one thing I realize, a lot of people don't have light these days. You know, we live in a day and age where darkness is very heavy in people's hearts. And that's normal. I mean, look at the state of the world we in. I mean, all the shit that popped off in the past 3 years. Hell, I see even in the past just year. A lot of people are at their lowest points right now. A lot of people are resorting to all kind of things just to find an escape. So we living in a time right now where people are at a very low point. You can see it in their eyes. When you're on retention, one thing is you're very perceptive. You're very, you have a lot of discernment. You can discern and, you get to discern, just see a lot of shit, bro, that you don't really see on the daily, that you don't really see when you're not retaining. And this is not to say, oh, retention give you superpowers. I ain't gonna give you that bro science, but I can tell you from firsthand, from not retaining to retaining, it is a big difference on how I perceive shit, bro. One thing I can just tell when you look at somebody's eyes, because the eyes is the pathway to the soul. When you look at people's eyes these days, they have no light in them. It's just darkness, bro. It's gloominess, sadness, misery. And I mean, a lot of it's not even in their control. I mean, a lot of that shit did pop off out of nowhere. But I say that to say this. If you on retention, bro, if you like 90 days plus, you gotta remember something. You're carrying a lot of light, bro. You have a light emitting out of you. I'm talking, you're like a moth. It's like moss to a flame, bro. It's like dead ass, that's how it is. Because you don't realize it. You don't notice it. You may, if you look at yourself in the mirror and look at your eyes, you're going to see how your eyes look different. They may look more glassy, they look more white, more pearly. But people really notice it, though. And it's on a subconscious level. It may even be on a conscious level. Like, you be talking to somebody and they'll just be staring at you, like, in a different way. Ever since I be on retention, like, I go somewhere, I talk to a female, bro. Sometimes, bro, they'll just subconsciously start smiling. Like, the other day, I went to motherfucking the ice cream place, get me some ice cream, and this one little white girl, she had to register, you know, so I started holding a conversation, and the whole time, bro, through her mask, bro, she's smiling cheek to cheek, and I didn't even realize it, but because you're holding a light, you carrying a light that a lot of people these days don't have. Think about it. Your average daily man, your average man, even in your neighborhood, bro, he's releasing every single day. He's not holding his seed. He's not holding his life force. And even if men, like, because there are men who know about no-fat, there are men who know about semen retention, but your average man is not going 30 days plus, 60 days plus, 90 days plus. I say at best, your average dude is going at least 3 weeks, and that's it. 3 weeks, and that's it. Every time I see like a comment or somebody say they relapse, is normally they went like 2-3 weeks and then they gave in. So if you 100 days plus, if you 90 days plus, bro, pat yourself on the back, because you have a lot of light. You have a lot of abundance in you. You have a lot in you that you don't realize it. And people see that. And people want that. You see, here's the thing. Instead of them putting in the work and getting the light themselves, we live in a generation where people want things served to them immediately. You know, they want things to just come in a snap of a finger, and life don't work like that. And that's kind of bad, because my generation has been programmed like that through our parents. You know, a lot of us grew up very entitled, you know, getting shit to us easily. You know, back in the days, the older generations, they had to work for this shit. Like my dad, he an old head, bro, but he told me when he was younger, bro, growing up in the 60s, they had to work for this shit. You was working at like 10, 9 years old, and you was working like a grown-ass man. So these days, everything is easy. People want shit that's fed to them on a silver platter when they don't deserve it. So when you put that work in, when you go through the trials and tribulations, you know, the hard days, the good days, the dark days, the light days, and you building that light up, you building that abundance up, people are going to see that, bro. That shit is going to show. What's done in the darkness will always show in the light. So if you doing nothing but righteous, if you sowing righteousness in the darkness, you holding your seed, you sexually transmuting that mess, you working on a purpose or whatever, when you go into public, that's going to emit off of you. People are going to see that. Where your attention goes, energy flows, and they're going to want to use you for that. Now, that's where I get to my main point. Since me being on retention, I've lost a lot of friends. But I realized the friends that I had, they were using me. They were only using me for my light. You see, I always was the friend in my group who was always the counselor type, you know? I will always, you know, I always get my friends grounded. When they get out of pocket, I'll always, you know, help them out, give them, you know, lessons, you know, talks and all that shit, you know, to help them out, you know, that shit. But I realized that being that friend comes at risk because you're taking on that bad energy. You're taking on those demons. And by you taking on those demons, they're taking on your light because now you're giving them light. You're giving them a part of your light. And yes, on a conscious level, you don't really notice it, but subconsciously, you do feel it, bro. Because you're giving energy, bro. Not only that, they're submerged in their own darkness that they want your light to bring them out of it instead of them putting in the work themselves to bring themselves out of it. And the people are going to use you for that. They will come to you with a smile on their face. They'll come to you acting like they're your friend. But behind your back, they are talking bad about you. They're talking shit about you, actually. Because you have that light. And they don't even understand how the fuck you got that light. They talking behind your back like, how does he, there's something different about him. How he has a certain light that I don't have. He has a certain light that I don't know how to get. When the information is out there to everybody, the light is open for everybody, just nobody wants it. A lot of people rather live in their own darkness. So when they see somebody with light, they want to suck that person dry of it. That's why you got to be careful with these energy vampires, y'all. Females are going to do it. Your own homeboys are going to do it. You can't trust nobody. Your own family will do it, bro. Your own family will do it. That's why you got to be careful who you give your time to. You got to be careful who you give your conversation to, bro. Because people only want you for your light. People only want to use you for the benefits and the gain that they can get out of you. Believe it or not, a lot of friends is not your friends, bro. I got like 2 friends and that's it. And I'm fine with that. If those friends fall out of my life, then I'm probably never going to have friends again. I'll probably have like business partners, associates, but not friends. Because people don't have your back. Especially in this day and age, people don't have your back. People want to see your downfall. People pray every night on your downfall. That girl that you were with last night, when she went home, she was probably talking shit about you to her friends and praying on your downfall. That one homeboy that you swear has your back, when he went home that night after you done gave him a whole expose of your life, he probably went home, hit up his homeboys and was making fun of you about it. People are not trustworthy, bro. And you can't trust people. That's why I don't trust people. One thing my pops told me when I was growing up, never trust a man. And never trust a man who smiles too much. He always told me that. But never trust a man, bro. People will do you in. People want to do you in. Believe it or not, there's agents out here assigned to you to destroy you, bro. A lot of people don't even realize that. Those very same friends in your circle, bro, they are probably agents that's trying to destroy you. I'm going to keep it a beam with y'all, man. So be careful who you mess with. Be careful who you associate yourself with. I recommend isolation. I recommend going into, you know, your den and just working on yourself, bro. Focusing on yourself, building your character, building your kingdom, building up your spiritual foundation, getting on your retention journey. You know, stay on social media, bro. Stop trying to be everybody's friend. Stop reaching out to people. Because I bet you this, if you stop texting them today, you will probably never hear from them again. And that's just facts. Y'all stay up.